Well, welcome to the Epicenter. This is Frank.
This is Banhammer.
Double.
I'm Scattershot.
Okay, let us begin. This is the 21st episode. Our, if weeks were years, our podcast would be old enough to drink.
Wonderful.
And that would explain a lot, actually.
Fantastic.
But okay, let's begin with the anime news.
Not much to report. I dropped Captain Earth.
I heard it was like Hero Man?
I smell a Bones shit show, and they've gotten me 3 times already with their shitty mech shows, and I said not again. So I'm like, nope, dropped. Other than that, the surprise hit of the seasons for me continues to be Coffin Princess and Nanana, which, holy shit, a lot of stuff went down in that 3rd episode. That bitch is crazy. No wonder why someone murdered her. She creates death traps to protect ancient treasures.
What? That sounds awesome.
Creates this, no, she makes fucking... Who the fuck would design? She had this, like, spider trap shit that had, like, an instant pit, like, death fall that protects this magic thing. And it's just like there's betrayals. Everybody's a fucking thief on this island, apparently. She don't tell shit because she's neutral. She doesn't also seem to be concerned that she doesn't want to find her killer. She just seems to want to eat pudding and stay in that fucking room and have whatever that guy give him cryptic clues. I mean, I'm like, I have no idea. I'm like, if this keeps up, what happened so far in these first 3 episodes, this is probably anime of the year for me.
Just constant amounts of shit going down.
Yeah, I'm like, shit went down a lot in this episode. I'm like, there's like 6 different groups of like phantom thieves. You have the Adventure Club, the death traps that protect all of her treasures, which I really want to fucking know where she found this stuff. And it's ridiculous. And the ridiculous fights are starting in JoJo now.
Oh god.
The best part.
Are the only kinds of fight in JoJo?
Oh, it's the ridiculous fights. I love his grandfather and Abdul's commentary. Because it's that fucking art style, which is the super serious, and they sit there spouting all that nonsense about fucking stands and shit, and they fought this like guy who controlled this scarab beetle that rips out people's tongues, and he causes accidents by crashing planes and shit.
What?
And apparently they get more and more ridiculous.
As time goes on.
Yeah.
I really need to pick that show up.
You should.
I watched the first 2 episodes and I really liked it.
But it's that was pretty good. Other than that, I have no anime news.
Yeah, I have nothing. I guess we can, because this doesn't really fit anywhere, and I don't want to put it in MISC. The Star Wars.
I could count for comics.
Okay, I can count for comics, and we'll move on to comics now.
Yeah, I am surprised that Billy D. Williams, the smoothest motherfucker in the entire Star Wars universe, has not made a return appearance. Where the fuck is Lando Calrissian in this? They brought everyone else back.
I don't know. Maybe they met their quota.
Is this the
I'm really, really surprised. I'm glad they're expanding outward, that they have other African Americans in Star Wars universe other than Samuel L. Jackson and Lando Calrissian.
Was it the full list or?
No, yeah, the list that they put out on The Guardian is the cast, I guess, for the first movie.
Okay.
I have no idea who half of them are. I know the original, and I know the guy who was in Lord of the Rings, but the rest of them, I have no idea.
Oh yeah, he was Gollum.
Yeah, so I'm wondering what type of, if he's going to do motion cap,
Maybe
or
he'll be Jar Jar.
Oh no.
No, I'm kind of curious, because I'm pissed and curious at the same time, because they've gotten rid of 20 years of expanded universe lore, which is everything that we all grew up with. So that means Grand Admiral Thrawn and the rest of that, the Rogue Squadron, the Waith Squadron, Wedge Antilles being a badass general that has a super star destroyer, is all out the window.
Now, did they straight up get rid of it, or
Yeah,
did they
straight up. There's a thing that I read. They straight up completely wrote that out.
Because I know it used to be that if the movies went against an expanded universe thing, then the movies are automatically canon.
Disney put the axe to the expanded universe, and
Of course they did.
so everything that we had from like childhood is now officially not canon, which is good for certain things, but not good for others, like the goddamn Thrawn trilogy. I'm fucking terrified that they're going to bring him back and he won't be the character that he was in the books. He'll have some shitty backstory or something. Or I'm also really kind of curious if they're going to bring back like the Sith, because I'd want to know who the fuck would be the new Sith Lord.
Yeah, that is a question,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Because if they're not going to do the clone shit, and I hope they don't, because I don't want them to bring back fucking Emperor Palpatine, because he's played out by this point, and I thought that was like one of the biggest bullshit things was his clones in like Dark Empire. I'm just curious to see what type of Sith Lord they're going to have, and are they going to have like a rival thing like the Jedi, or are they going to stick with the rule of two? Because if they went with the rule of two, the two Sith Lords are dead, so I have no idea who the fuck would learn. Unless one of his many hands decided to go full on Sith.
Full Sith mode.
I don't. That's why I said I'm interested in that. All I know is the principal shooting begins next month, or like I guess next month, which would be May already. Or
Though I'd have to say my favorite expanded universe thing, the Republic Commandos, they are still canon.
that's
So,
still canon.
yeah. I'm glad about that. At least.
I'm kind of pissed about losing the Rogue Squadron.
Yeah, badass Wedge Antilles is.
And they lost another good character, which is Yasani Isard, which was the Imperial Director of Intelligence, and she was just an incredibly awesome villain. But I'm like, that made me sad. But other things like the Yuuzhan Vong invasion and all the other shit that went along with it, I'm glad that's gone.
Yeah, that got pretty ridiculous.
And all the fucking like Anakin, like Han Solo's one of the twins turned against them, and they had to fucking fight each other, and it was bullshit. They got to the point where it was ridiculous, which is why I'm kind of glad it got sponged, but sad because there was some really good stuff there. And I only hope that since George Lucas doesn't have anything to do with it, that it'll be back to what it used to be. Now they have the guy who wrote the Empire Strikes Back screenplay, and he helped with Return of the Jedi as the script writer for this new episode. So I have a lot of faith that it'll have at least a decent script, and it looks like they're going for a location in London to shoot. So I'm hoping they're going to have more real sets and none of that fake CG bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And let's have a computer do it.
But
Why not?
So that George Lucas can sit there and drink his coffee.
Yeah.
it's
Like if you watch any of like the extra material of George Lucas like directing,
he's always fucking drinking coffee.
he's always drinking coffee in his chair.
I think Steven Spielberg laced it with something, and that's why he's slowly losing his mind.
Yes, that explains Jar Jar. It's actually Spielberg's fault.
Teach you to fuck with Indiana Jones. I'm cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna.
I have a lot of hope because this is written, I guess, by people who grew up watching it, so they have respect for it. Unlike George Lucas, who'll just do batshit crazy fucking stages.
George Lucas was crazy from the beginning. Like, did you ever see read that comic that was supposed to be the first?
No, I want to wait for it to get into one collection and then I'll get it.
What comic?
It's the Star Wars. It's basically Star Wars before George Lucas.
All right.
It was his original idea.
His original screenplay.
Yeah, Dark Horse turned it into a comic book.
See, the thing about George Star Wars, it was actually pretty much saved by people who questioned George Lucas's various decisions.
That's why the fucking prequel sucked. Nobody fucking questioned him. Did you read that stupid Game Informer article about the Darth Maul?
No, I
game
didn't.
that they were going to make, and how LucasArts totally fucked it up. I mean, at one point, they were going to make his Darth Maul game, and then they found out that he lived in the fucking Clone Wars, and then George Lucas had an idea because he was reading the Legacy comic books and he liked Darth Talon, so all of a sudden he decided at the meeting that Darth Talon and Darth Maul are going to be friends. And that's a 100-year time gap in the old lore. And then he's like, he could be a clone. And then they were told specifically not to object to anything he says.
Wow.
Which explains why he went off the road on the crazy train.
Mm.
And that's why the prequel sucks, because he started going batshit insane with Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, you can tell.
Because Return of the Jedi feels incredibly jarred. Like, it feels like it's 3 different movies in one.
It feels very amateurish.
Yeah, it's like, and you could tell the first one didn't have that because that was coherent. The second one was amazing. The third one was just bump. It had Jabba's palace, and you went back to the anything in between. Then you had that shitty hour or so thing on Endor with the fucking Ewoks that didn't need to happen. You didn't need the fucking Ewoks at all in there. They could have raided that. They had enough commandos with them to raid that facility.
Yeah, hey, it wasn't supposed to be on Kashyyyk.
It was
with
supposed
the
to be
Wookiees?
Kashyyyk, and it was supposed to be Wookiees. That's why I'm pissed.
Who thought that was a bad idea?
It's George Lucas. He wanted to make it kid-friendly.
But Wookiees are kid-friendly. They're big walking carpets.
It's,
Giant teddy bears.
don't get me fucking started on it. I like the first part of Jedi. Jabba's palace was awesome. It's just the rest of it felt just out of place because it just kept going back and forth, and then he just totally went off the rails with the prequel trilogy. The only one resembling a decent movie, and I'll use the term loosely, is the third one. I can at least watch that one. The first 2 are abominations.
Actually, I don't mind the third one that much.
That's what I said. The third one is almost passable to me.
I wouldn't call it good, but
I don't hate the prequel trilogy as much as other people do. I'll admit the second one bored me out of my mind. The first one I was too young to remember anything from it. I actually like the third one.
Yeah, I have no problem with the third one.
It is a good movie to me, and I quite enjoy the lightsaber fighting scene at the end.
Yeah, I mean,
you see, the Nostalgia Critic brought up a good point because he had 11 things on what were good with the prequels, and he said that he liked Hayden Christensen in it, not for the acting. He blames Lucas's terrible directing and dialogue. He says he does really good things when he's not talking, like the menacing looks in the last movie.
They did the best what they were given.
I mean, Ewan McGregor, he said that was another good thing about that, and I hands down, if you were to think young Obi-Wan Kenobi, I can't not think of Ewan McGregor not being him, because he did an excellent job with that. And the guy who was the fucking Emperor, that was his starring role. The Emperor was the best part of the prequel trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Especially that final movie where it just goes full on ham. Yee.
Oh yeah.
Yee. Unlimited.
I loved that so much. As a kid, it kind of freaked me because I really liked Mace Windu. So it's just like, oh shit, what is happening? Oh.
Poor Mace Windu.
I just like the fact that he didn't throw him out a window. He lightning blasted him out a window.
That he did, and I remember seeing that as a kid and just being like, oh my god.
So I think one of Tony Mike's favorite parts of that was, Master Skywalker, what should we do?
The younglings!
The younglings.
The younglings.
That was, I shouldn't have laughed at that part when I was watching it in the movie theater, but it was funny.
It's like, oh, what's he gonna do there? Oh, wait.
Oh, that's funny. How could we make him an unrepentant asshole? Let's have him kill children.
Like, okay, I don't know what was going through Anakin's mind, but
I have to save Padme.
I have
But-
to save Padme. Let's
Once-
kill some kids.
No, I like that. No, that's the logic. Is I have to save Padme. Do you know how to do it? The thing has been lost, but if we work together, we could surely do it. Which is a fucking lie.
First,
The
first you
Jedi
have
are
to
going to kill
children.
us. Wipe the temple out. Okay. That's what I love about it. It doesn't question it. Wipe the whole fucking temple out.
Yep.
But
I guess you have anything
I mean,
else?
the fourth Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
I have to celebrate in the appropriate manner.
I might watch at least Empire.
I need to find those links from our best friend in the whole wide world because I need to get the original.
Yeah, because he has the laser discs.
Yeah, I want to get some of that shit because I want to give Disney my money. I just want not the bastard cuts of the original trilogy.
Oh yeah. The original trilogy.
That's if George Lucas didn't destroy the originals.
He taped it over.
He probably did.
He did.
He probably did. They're lost for fucking ever.
Oh, finally died on Rogue Shooter.
But that's good. If you have any
Well-
comic news, we can.
Frank, you didn't die because we're not playing video games right now.
Oh, well, no, they're not looking for this one.
Oh.
But anyway, Moon Knight is an awesome comic.
What
And
is it?
everyone should Moon Knight
Oh yeah.
because they recently relaunched it, and I think everyone
Yes, they did.
should read it.
What is Moon Knight? Is he a knight from the moon or something?
No,
or-
he's a mercenary who got shot, and he was resurrected by the Egyptian god of the moon to be his do his bidding on Earth and protect night travelers. And he investigates serial killers and stuff, and he has dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, that's always good.
So he's completely nuts, but he's awesome. He's kind of like, he has money, so he's kind of like Batman, but completely off his rocker.
Well, I saw
Oh,
the
I
Captain
just-
America movie.
How was that?
I didn't care for it, to tell you the honest truth.
I
You see, my problem was it was genetic spy thriller number 101, where I saw all the plot twists coming a mile away.
mean, that's the whole point, though. It was supposed to be a spy movie with Captain America in it.
I know, and I really do like this. I like Captain America like 18 times better than I ever liked Superman because he's an actual likable character, and he tries so hard to do the right thing. And it was neat and stuff, but still, I'm like, I've seen this so many times before. Although I did love the algorithm.
The algorithm.
That was they needed more hammy shit like that. I've
The algorithm?
I've
I do
preserved my mind on 8 miles of recording material.
They really should have had more Zola, I think.
It did. It needed more ham, as he's in that fucking Matrix computer. I've prepared for this moment for 70 years. My algorithm will figure out everything. I did like the fact that Hydra was inside of Shield. That's a very move that they could pull. I could see that. Did they ever do that in the comics?
I don't know. I see. I haven't really paid that much attention to Shield because I'm not in all of the. I'm not in all of the Avengers comics because there's about like 50 of them. But I'm sure it may have happened at one point with what's going on in the movies.
Yeah, and then at the end, where the fuck was that hamtastic villain at the end credits? He had a fucking monocle. Did you get that? Was that part of yours, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Who was those kids there? Was that the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver?
Yes, it was.
That's what I thought. Because they're talking about miracles and shit.
Miracles.
That's who I thought it was. But I just that guy who was only on for like a minute, he was hamtastic. But I'm kind of interested for what they're going to do for a third movie. I hope to God they bring the fucking Red Skull back.
They might. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know Red Skull does come back.
He's not fucking dead. He just got transported to wherever the fuck Loki went.
Oh, that's
I-
actually be fun.
I know he's not dead. He's probably fucking got transported there and frozen in fucking ice like everybody seems to be in these movies for Captain America. He needs to come back and do more hammy shit.
But Berlin's on this map.
Yeah, Melinda's on this map. I did like the whole Hydra thing where they had everyone was a fucking agent, and
Yeah.
I don't know why they didn't shoot the main bad guy immediately. I don't know. That's the thing that always bothers me. They always have some fucking trick up their sleeves. You know, you can leave him a fuck alive, but you can shoot him in the leg and or arm or some shit to make sure he doesn't pull anything.
What's the fun of that?
Like,
Where's the dramatic? Where's the
That
dramatic
ridiculous
tension?
device he put on there. If someone compromised Shield and rigged everything was to be a leader of and revealed to be one of the leaders of Hydra, and he gave you something to wear, the first thing I'd do would rip that thing off.
Definitely. But I guess, you know,
Definitely, because that's I'm like, oh, that's a death trap.
the thing is, you're not. You miss weird stuff when you're in a stressful situation. Even when you're a superhero. So I think you can easily overlook that because we don't have. As I think that was said in like The Hobbit. They said something about that. How these riddles may seem easy, but just think you're not in a cave with Gollum
Yeah.
trying not to get eaten.
What was I did like the Winter Soldier though.
Yeah.
Is that a
Winter
real
Soldier,
Captain
though.
America villain or?
Yes, he is, and he is Bucky.
I really liked what they did with that because that was awesome. All of the shit. Did he say he killed Kennedy or?
Yeah.
They allude to that. I thought so.
Winter Soldier.
He was neat, and then all of the fucking Hydra goons who apparently can take over the Metropolitan DC and the SWAT team and.
So Ryan, was Hydra at your place?
No, but I'm like, where the fuck is the Metropolitan Capitol Police response thing? They are lightning quick, and a lot of fucking DC got goddamn blown apart in those car chase sequences.
Cool.
And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Where's the goddamn Capitol Police, the FBI, National Guard? They're all fucking here. They're everywhere. You can't escape them. They have like a response time of less than a minute, and then all of that shit got shot up.
And they're like, huh? What?
Oh, what's going on?
I did like Nick Fury's automated car.
Nick Fury always has the coolest shit.
Metropolitan Police scanners show that there is no activity reported. Shit.
I liked Falcon.
Was he supposed to be another thing, or?
Yeah, he's like a D-list Marvel, not I guess B-list Marvel superhero. He could fly. He has like a flying wing jetpack thingy.
You know what? I really liked Black Widow in this movie.
Yeah, but you see, I'm not interested enough in Black Widow to like read her own comic or watch her own thing. But if she
She
shows
worked
up,
good in this type of thing.
oh, definitely. She, especially working with Cap.
Yeah, that was funny. You should date that. You're going across the street. Oh, you mean the agent? Yeah, she's a nurse. But
I still need to see that movie.
Yeah, definitely go see it. It's good.
Spider-Man 2 comes out.
I'll have
I'm
to check
excited
that
for
out.
that. I'm like legit excited for that because I enjoyed the first one.
Oh, me too. Plus Electro. What people don't know about Electro, he's actually badass.
See, I didn't know who Electro was. My friend had to explain it to me. And he looked at me like I was crazy when I told him I didn't know.
So is he fighting the Sinister Six in this movie, or is it just the Rhino, Hobgoblin, and Electro?
That's about half the Sinister Six.
I know, but I'm like, are the other three going to show up at some point, or they should have just threw them in there if they're going to do that.
They might. I think he is going to fight the Sinister Six. Actually, the Sinister Six are going to get their own movie.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not even entirely sure those people are, but that sounds cool to me.
I saw that trailer for the fucking X-Men movie. Oh my god.
Future Past.
I can't wait for that. I am pumped for it. The frickin' Sentinels that have the face that open up and fire lasers and shit.
I love this. I love the Sentinels, especially the cheesy '90s design.
I really liked the first fucking movie. I saw that with the Norristown crew, and Tim was saying, like, did I just watch a love story between Professor X and Magneto? Because that's what after he said that, I'm like, that was pretty much the feeling I got from it.
Yeah, hey, I don't care.
I'm like, and you know what? I didn't care because it fucking worked.
It's like, huh, you're right. Weird.
That was good. I fucking loved it. What was that first? That was First Class.
I haven't seen First Class yet.
You didn't see that shit?
No, I didn't
Me
see
neither.
First Class.
Oh, you gotta go watch that. You have to watch that before you see the other one. It's so fucking good. It's better than the first 3 X-Men movies.
Okay.
Damn.
It was. I really, really liked. I went in there with the Norristown crew, and we weren't expecting much, but we were pleasantly surprised. Because they have young Professor X in that movie, and young Professor X is kind of an asshole,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and it's just good. Because he's sitting there training all the X-Men, he has to teach them how to use their powers and shit, and he has to teach Magneto to focus his rage.
Focus
And
its
they have,
rage.
what the fuck was his name? I can't remember his name. Oh, the member of the Hellfire Club, the leader of it. I can't remember.
I don't know.
Frost was in there.
I hate Emma Frost.
Emma Frost was there. It was Azazel or whoever. Well, the guy who's not Nightcrawler, but the other guy.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
There's
See,
too many
I'm not
fucking
really.
X-Men.
I'm not huge on X-Men.
Was it? Yeah, it was Sebastian Shaw. That's who was the villain in that. But it was good.
Sounds like it.
All right, moving on to the technologies.
One quick more comics thing. There's a new Humble Bundle of comics.
Oh, really? I did not
Yeah.
know that. What do we got in there?
It's Image Comics. The
Okay.
low tier is East to West Volume 1, Fatale Volume 1, Lazarus Volume 1, Morning Glories Volume 1. The second tier is right now at like $9. Is Saga Volume 1, Revival Volume 1, and Q Volume 1. And then the $15 tier, which is bullshit, is The Walking Dead Volume 1 and The Walking Dead Volume 20.
Wait, what?
Wait, what? That's retarded.
Oh, you know what? I might just pick it up because Image.
If you want to read The Walking Dead, buy the compendiums.
Yeah. The compendiums are like,
They're
You
like
get 'em.
$60, but they have like how many 20, 40 issues in each one.
it's like 40 or 50. I think it's like 40.
Yeah, it's for the money you pay for it. It's about right.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's okay if you're just looking to get into the series, but for collecting, not worth it. But on to tech.
Yeah. Let's see. What do I got for tech?
Oh,
The IE
Firefox.
bug.
Go first.
Yeah. IE. So they found a huge exploit in it. And guess what? If you're using XP, you're not going to get a patch for it.
Oh boy. What's the
Now,
bug?
now.
What does it do?
I don't know exactly what it does, but yeah, usually when it's a huge bug like that, you can steal information and stuff.
Oh, wonderful.
Now, to be fair, if you work for the government, you'll probably get your patch.
Yeah. I think is it $100 per machine?
I don't know.
It's I know it's too high to keep an XP machine around.
Yeah. Firefox has a new update, and normally this wouldn't be big news, but they did a fucking overhaul the whole browser.
Oh really? Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah,
I
I saw a bit of that. Admittedly, it was on a Mac, so it was shit, but
Yeah, on Windows you now have like this like blueprint layout, so basically you can customize the browser however you want.
okay,
like-
it's probably gonna switch to Firefox then.
Like you could put, whatever tab you want. you just like drag and drop now. So if you want the add-ons button to go someplace, you just drag and drop it. And they got a hell of a speed increase too. I mean, I've been using Firefox, for ages, and now it's like, phew.
That's pretty sweet.
I remember back in my day, we used to use Opera, and it was the fastest and the most customizable, but not anymore.
Yeah, Firefox just like
Not
this update just full on just overhauled it. It's nice.
Just
I mean,
took it to the next level.
What?
Just took it to the next level.
It's what Firefox needed to do because Chrome was, on its ass.
Mm-hmm.
This
I personally hate Chrome, but that's because I had bad experiences with it. It crashed damn near constantly for me. But I do know that.
I just hate the Google botnet.
Yeah, that part's awful about Chrome.
That's why I don't use Chrome. I don't need, Google to look at everything I do 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, as if they don't already, but
yeah.
You don't need more of that in your life.
You don't need to make it easy on them.
Yeah. But yeah, they really made it more just. It's not easier to use, just more like easier to customize, I think. But yeah.
Anything else, guys?
Not really.
No, not really.
All right, video games.
Digital Legos.
Nintendo, through Mega 64, has released a bit of E3 information.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna have a big regional Super Smash Brothers tournament the same
Now,
time as E3.
Is that going to be based on their new Super Smash Brothers, or is it going
Yes,
to?
that's going to be the new one, and it's also going to be at Best Buys to try. Like
That's
they did,
kind of annoying.
like they did. I think they did that last year, where they had a bunch of stuff to try out at
Yeah.
Best Buy.
Did they give a release date for Smash Bros?
Yes, they did. I think. Well, not they gave a basic date. At the end of the summer, the one for the 3DS is coming out.
The rumor is, I think, like August 26th for the 3DS.
That sounds good. I'm excited for that because that's the one I'm getting. Guess,
I'm probably gonna grab both.
I mean, I might get both eventually, but I'm gonna need Bayonetta 2 to come out first before I even get a Wii U.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, I forgot that was coming out for Wii U.
I know. It's just like that's because we haven't heard anything of it in like fucking forever, which is
X.
pissing me off.
X. I want to play X.
Oh, I am so waiting for X because
What's
Xenoblade
X?
You haven't seen X?
No, what's X?
Oh my god.
Oh, it's the new RPG from Monolith Soft.
Oh, that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The big mech.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. See,
See, the
Nintendo does this shit, and they
Yeah.
show it to you like a year ago, and then you fucking forget about it because they don't say anything.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, okay.
Oh,
Like-
that is happening, huh?
Like they still that Shin Megami Tensei X Fire Emblem game. You never heard a thing about that. All you know is it's maybe in development.
Well, the thing is, Nintendo's actually secretive. They don't flood the market with hype about a game and then have it be disappointing because they spent all their money on marketing.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, they don't tell you things exist until like 6 months down the line. Like, remember this game?
Yeah, it's coming out tomorrow.
It's like, wait, what? Wait,
Then
that's
again-
actually gonna happen? Finally?
Then again, Nintendo doesn't have to do that because, nothing comes out on their console anyway.
Yeah.
What I'm excited for. I know Nintendo's been doubling down on, because you gotta have down points. If you don't have a down point,
Yeah.
there'll be no reason for you to innovate. But I think Nintendo's really gonna turn it around.
I can't wait for fucking Mario Kart. We got a
Oh,
month.
yeah.
It's a month away, and First of all, I'm kind of pissed because they have an entire row of the fucking baby characters, which I think do not need to exist.
How many characters can be in Mario Kart?
Well, they have all 7 Koopalings.
I know.
And there's 2 blank spots from that leak screen. Fucking Metal Mario is his own character, which I think is bullshit too.
That is kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I can't talk because I'm the one who says that Zero Suit Samus and Samus being separate characters is not a bad idea.
But anyway, I'm trying to think. There might be more that you can unlock. I'm really fucking hoping that they surprise me because I'm like, where the fuck is EGAD? Why isn't he a Mario Kart racer?
Oh my god, EGAD would be amazing. I would love that.
Or like any of the other ones that they could pull from like the Mario verse. If they could fucking pull like Diddy Kong or someone else.
I would love that so much.
We need to play this game. I need to figure out how we're going to talk to one another when we play it. That's online, right?
Skype.
Yeah.
Skype. All right. I just hope it don't.
I mean, if there's because Nintendo does have, they do have voice. They have voice chat on their controller.
Mm-hmm.
No, you know what they need to make a Diddy Kong Racing X Mario Kart.
Oh my god!
Oh, I'd play it. I'd play the shit out of it.
If Rare was still in Nintendo's place, then yeah, that would happen. It would be awesome. Freaking Conker racing against Mario.
Well, I mean, they can even just use Donkey Kong characters or whatever. I mean, in reality.
Yeah, as I said, I'm pumped though. I haven't been this excited for a Mario Kart game in ages. I'm praying that they bring back the battle mode, and I hope to God Block Fort's in it. This is the one rare game that I will pay for the DLC on. If they do DLC, I would love DLC for Mario Kart.
Yeah, I think what they should do is have like the season pass, where you just get like every couple months a new track pack, like 4 tracks.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that actually.
And they can fucking throw new racers in too.
Oh yeah.
I'd throw the cash down for it because I really fucking like Mario Kart.
Yeah, this Mario Kart's one of those things where new racetracks, it should happen, you know.
Yeah, it's one of the few games where it's like there's no reason why it shouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm like, they added those tracks, like they took stuff. They took all the shitty ones from 64. Where the fuck is the Calamari Desert? I want that as a remake track.
Yes.
Oh,
That's why I said I need to race all you guys on the goddamn Calamari Desert. Because for some strange reason, people can't avoid that train. I don't know why.
I can avoid
that
because
train.
Everyone's like, you gotta go fast. You gotta go fast.
It's like, no, you got to go smart.
I like stopping at the last second, playing Train Chicken.
Oh, maybe it's in there. I hope it is. But what else?
Dark Souls 2 PC port.
Yeah.
That happened, and I am loving it.
You got your good graphics now?
I got my good graphics. Dude, my computer can't really go. My computer can go to the highest, but I'm only at 30 FPS when I do. But even going to the lowest settings to get a smoother FPS, which is the best thing in the world, by the way, it is still worlds prettier than the Xbox or the PlayStation version.
I can imagine.
Oh yeah, it probably is. I'll probably buy it when it's cheap on Steam.
Like the file size for the PC port is double that for the game disc because of how many like advanced textures they put in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the load times are the barest fraction of what they were on the console version, and it is so nice. That actually removes a lot of the frustration of dying from the game.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh no, I died. I'm not pissed that I died. I'm pissed I'm gonna have to stare at a load screen for 20 fucking seconds before I can try again.
That's how it was back when I was playing Mass Effect.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you can get through like 4 load screens on the PC port, and the time it takes you to get through
that's
one on the
fantastic.
console. It is so fantastic. I love it. I love this port. It is worlds better than the original.
The DLC for the Batman Arkham Origins game came out last week.
Yes, it did, and I beat it.
I did too. That fucking bat suit. Why doesn't he have a faceplate more often? That makes the costume a lot better.
It makes him look much more menacing, I think.
It does.
And menacing is his thing. So why wouldn't you?
Yeah, and Loose Lips was back.
I'm kind of upset he didn't have a New Year's hat.
Hey, he still has the
I have never heard greater thug banter in my entire than in this, because the one where they talked about fine wine.
What's Bordeaux? It's
know-
not Bordeaux, it's Bordeaux.
Dukes, and then the fact that they were trying to fence a statue that was worth like $100, and they burnt all of like the classic like manuscripts and shit.
Yeah, the Chinese manuscripts.
They're arguing with Alfred.
Over what's worth what.
And it just the stuff about the New Year's celebration is like, yeah, we're gonna go down there and we can do what we do every year. We're gonna go to the strip club and drink. But this New Year's, man, we do that every night. Well, excuse me for being fancy. It's just the same shit. I'm like, where did they come up with this dialogue? Because they all have the same fucking voice. I think it's the only one voice actor that does all of their voices.
I wanna call Bordeaux from now on.
Bordeaux.
What's wrong with you?
And apparently the Penguin ran out of Cockney criminals. They must all be in Blackgate from Christmas Eve, because he had only the American ones. Although I was really happy that he called me a wanker.
Because when he was stuck in the wall.
Yeah, I'm stuck in the wall. Oi! Oi! Batman! What if I freeze to death? You're fine where you are. Well, piss off, you wanker. That's what he gets for burning his house down. They had a really good voice actor for Mr. Freeze, too.
That's good. I like Mr. Freeze.
So,
It was good. It was worth the $4.99 I paid for it.
Yeah. Plus, aren't we getting another one? And
We are?
we're getting another DLC, I think.
Is it a story-based one?
I think so. I'll look into that. I heard somewhere.
Let's see. I also picked up Conception 2.
And
The
how's
handhold.
your
I didn't play much of it yet because I had to beat the Batman DLC, and I started the Jurassic Park adventure game that I got for 99 cents.
how is that?
It's alright. It's interesting if you're a fan of the movie because it talks about some shit that happens afterwards.
Okay.
Not the best adventure game I play. It's kind of clunky and the art looks shitty.
Remember the one Jurassic Park game where you can play as like the dinosaurs?
Oh yeah,
Was it a
Genesis
fighting
one.
game?
It was a side scroller.
It was for
Mm.
Genesis.
No, wait, I thought it was for the PlayStation.
No, it was for Genesis.
I remember Capcom had Dino Crisis 2. You can unlock Battle Arena where you could pick the dinosaurs from the game and fight one another.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
I miss Dino Crisis. It's a shame Capcom destroyed it like they do everything they touch.
Let's go around shooting dinosaurs.
First game was really good. That was more Resident Evil-like. Then it turned into action-y, which I didn't really particularly care for in the second
Shooting
one.
dinosaurs.
Yeah, they're just shooting fucking dinosaurs. And then the third one, I don't even want to talk about that. That's fucking dinosaurs in space.
Wait. What
Yes.
part of that sentence isn't awesome?
Trust me, it's garbage. It was for the Xbox, and it fucking blew.
But that sounds amazing.
It's not.
No.
It's not. I mean,
Dinosaurs.
as a fan of the first game, it's shit. That's what it really needs. They need to reboot Dino Crisis,
I agree.
but make it more Resident Evil. Like I like the survival horror aspect of it because the first one was awesome because you could customize your shotgun, which apparently doubled as a trank gun. I don't know how, but you can mix. What I liked about it was you could mix trank darts or poison darts, and they all did different things. And then it had like 3 different endings. My favorite one was a ridiculously complex one where you become the master of unlocking and unlock like 20 doors.
What?
Yep.
That was like one of my favorite PlayStation games. Hasn't aged well. I can't play tank controls anymore.
It's tough to get used to, but it's doable.
It's hard for me to get. Yeah, I forget like completely what it used to be like in the old days before we had the analog sticks. Because I remember the analog sticks were just an optional feature on like the original PS controller.
Yep.
Very few games used them.
Yeah, that was that's back. Yeah, back to the original DualShock.
It was like a luxury feature. But I'm like, that makes me miss it. I'm like, please Capcom reboot Dino Crisis, but don't make it blow.
So,
You're asking.
you guys see the Weebu PSN sale going on?
Yeah, you showed me that one.
Yeah, I saw.
I have most of it though,
Yeah.
which says something about me, by the way.
I am building a fine collection of Weebu games on my Weeb machine.
I
Uh-oh.
still fucking love your Weeb machine.
As I said, June 3rd, birthday fucking present, because my birthday's the 14th. I'm going to order that shit on Amazon and have it sent to my house and in PA, and then it's just going to be a fucking shitty idle game, which I can't believe they fucking translated it. They gave it a dub.
Oh man.
I was blown away. I'm like, fucking really?
To the
Now
top.
I have to, because it'll probably sucks.
To the top.
Yeah, straight to the fucking top.
You know what? I'd consider playing that. It seems
What's what, Idolmaster or
It seems amazingly dumb.
Idolmaster?
Yes.
You should buy it. It's like fucking. You can probably get it for cheap. You have to get the guide on what's it called, off of a website, and it'll tell you how to read the moon runes, so you know what you're doing. It doesn't require too much thought.
You see, that's a lot of work to do stuff like that.
Do you want to fucking go to the top?
No, not that bad.
You better take your team to the fucking top and beat out that shit-tastic boy band Jupiter. Fuck them and their smooth jazz music and their dance poses, because they fucked up all of my hard work multiple times, and they only have one fucking song. I have 6.
You know, quality over quantity.
They're making a new one for the
Yes,
PS4. I hope Scamco decides to bring it over. I'm like, I know the Project Diva games with Hatsune Miku sold surprisingly well, so I'm hoping Scamco takes a page from Sega and decides to give it a chance, because I'd love don't give it fucking voice acting or like the dub. Just translate the shit for me.
So you can keep your so perfect Japanese voices.
Yes.
Oh, I'm happy for you.
You should be.
I'm
I told
glad
you
you're
I
going
collect
to-
Weebu games.
Yes.
Anything else with video games?
Yeah. Red, what have you been playing?
Oh yes. I made a little discovery on Steam. It's
Mhm.
called Rogue Shooter.
Yes.
Now, if you're a fan of, if you fondly remember the FPSs back in the day where you did not need to look up, then you would like this game.
Okay, if you remember Duke Nukem, like, can you look it up in Duke Nukem 3D?
You can shoot up, but you can't look up.
Okay. So if you remember Doom and like Doom, you'll like this game.
It's essentially Borderlands if it was made in the 90s.
Yes.
I mean, it's a randomly, like, you have to go through 100 floors of this space station, and you go around getting random weapons and random loot and fighting randomized enemies, and it's loads of fun. You get all kinds of different weapons. You get armor slots. You have to keep everything repaired. You have to make sure you have rations to eat. And you could choose some different backgrounds. You could start off as a prisoner, a scientist, and that makes your starting equipment different.
Yeah, and then you unlock as you play more classes and stuff.
Yeah,
Well,
you unlock more. Yeah, as you play and gather intel, you unlock more character classes, more recipes because you can combine different
yeah.
matters and combustibles and things like that.
Although I wouldn't call them classes, more so just loadouts. But
Yeah, they are mostly loadouts.
yeah,
I just
I mean,
unlocked the ninja.
yeah.
He starts off with a katana. But yeah, it's and best of all, there's a free demo.
Does,
Oh, that's good.
does like the level backgrounds and stuff change as you go progress through, or
There are different backgrounds, and I
okay?
actually fought a boss.
Oh, okay,
The boss floors are because the boss floors are they're not randomized
right.
because I died to the boss the first time, and the second time I got through it. Grease
Okay.
Monkey is probably one of the best character classes so far because he starts out with auto turrets.
Ooh,
Nice.
that's always fun.
I mean, the levels are not as complicated as say Doom, but
There are
then again,
secrets.
what?
There are secret doors
Oh
sometimes,
yeah. I mean,
but
it's not complicated as Doom, but then again, it's not supposed to be. It's you're gonna get to the levels quick, because you gotta
yeah,
get through. But overall, I mean, it was on sale for $5, but I'd say it's worth the 10 they advertise it for. It's fun.
yeah, just give it a shot.
Well, we can do it.
I mean, unless you're one of those people who complain that, oh, you can't look up.
There are people complaining on the Steam forums that you can't look up.
Dude, well, if you don't need to. I mean, yeah, it'd be mildly disorienting at first, but
Yeah, I mean, when I first started, I could look up. It took me a second to get used to it because I haven't played Doom in forever. But after like 2 minutes, I'm fine.
Yeah, I remember fondly Doom and the like.
Oh yeah, Quake and yeah, the good old days.
Back when you had a health bar that didn't regenerate.
Back when there were color palette that wasn't just 50 Shades of Brown.
Yep.
Back when you had bosses and the enemies actually had variation.
All the good stuff.
Back when you had weapons that just weren't different machine guns and pistols.
I had a dog launcher.
What?
Wait, what?
I
What?
shot pugs at people
And what?
in Rogue Shooter.
Really?
You can
Like-
shoot pugs at people. A
Okay.
gun that launches pugs.
That sounds awesome.
And a shotgun flail.
Yeah.
That sounds even more awesome.
So are the guns randomized or?
Some of them are stronger than others. Like
Right.
like a +3
Okay.
shotgun's better than a +1 shotgun.
Right.
But some of them are also randomized with like status effects like burning or
Okay.
poisonous.
Yeah, I haven't played much of the game, but yeah.
Okay. Anything else for video games?
New Kirby comes out Friday for 3DS.
Ooh, I might have to pick that up.
It's $30 on Amazon for pre-order.
Oh wow. Okay, I'll definitely have to pick that up.
Yeah, that's what I looked when I saw it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get that because I love Kirby.
Kirby's fun. It's
I
It-
haven't seen any reviews of it, but I mean, it's sold a shit ton in Japan, I think. So
Kirby's always good. I love Kirby games.
yeah,
they're just fun, silly little adventures.
They're horrifying. Have you played the second and third one?
Okay, yeah, they can get pretty horrifying. I'll give you that.
Nightmare Fuel boss.
Most of the bosses are kind of nightmare fuel-y.
Yeah, that's why I like Kirby. It's so. I don't know, everything's just so colorful, and I love the art style.
and it's a great pick up and play game. You don't have to sink like 5 hours into it to get anywhere.
I even liked Epic Yarn.
I like that big yarn. It was good.
It had a good
it had a
style
very
to it.
yeah. I like Kirby because it has that uniqueness to it, that very artsy uniqueness.
Hmm.
Yeah, like I can't really compare Kirby to anything.
No.
Well, with a bear, it's a side scroll like Mario, but that's about as far as you can get. I can't really compare Kirby to anything.
Well, I think Kirby can get away with more like weird shit,
Yeah, it's
whereas
everything's
Oh,
still
it
action.
can definitely get away with more weird shit.
like Kirby can go into any freaking land at once and have it be believable. Mario has to still stay within the bounds.
Yeah. I mean, you're playing as a character that consumes the life essence of other creatures and incorporates it into its own soul.
In order to gain their powers.
It is a children's Lovecraft game.
Pretty much.
You know, when you think about anything hard enough, you can make it grimdark. I think you just went next level with Kirby right there.
You don't even have to think about it hard. You have to consume various abominations and gain their power so you can get more powerful.
That is true. Huh. I never thought of it that way.
But I love Kirby.
I
Mhm.
never thought of it that way. Probably for the best.
I'm actually ordering Kirby right now, so.
Well, here we go.
All right. Anything else for video games?
No.
Not that I can think of.
Okay, miscellaneous. Let me start. I saw. It was Game Grumps did something on this, but it was not really what it was like. I guess people allied with Game Grumps, but they have this game called this board game called Cash and Guns,
Mm-hmm.
where you're all criminals who just finished a heist, and you have to point guns at each other
No.
to try to shoot each other or get someone to back down.
Huh.
And it
That's
looks
cool.
so much fun. You get even like wooden toy guns that you like point at each other. There, you could fake people out by just having click, and there's a bang card that damages them, and there's a bang bang card that kills them. But yeah, it looks like, and one person plays as an undercover cop.
Cool.
That is really cool, actually.
Yeah, so and I think it was out of print at one point because it's really expensive on Amazon right now. But I think I read something that it's going to be re-released this year. So I'll be looking at that, and once
Nice.
it comes out, I'll be buying it, of course.
Yeah, that sounds like the sort of thing we'd have fun with.
Yeah.
Yeah. But here's something interesting. Oklahoma was experimenting with new lethal injection drugs because Europe won't sell us the stuff they used to. Apparently, they didn't mix it very right because they blew someone they were executing's vein and gave him a heart attack.
Oh yeah. They
Oh.
they need to stop.
The vein exploded, and apparently he died from a heart attack. Which would be kind of horrific if the crime he was convicted of was raping and murdering a 19-year-old and then setting the body on fire. So I can't feel too bad.
No.
I mean, I can't feel too bad either, but still.
That's what I love, because they can't get this stuff because Europe won't give it to us. So we're gonna play amateur chemist.
Just start mixing random stuff, see what works.
That's what they're doing. That's the funny part, because I've been reading about this.
You know
stuff in my
what
free time,
works?
and
You know what works? A bullet.
Yeah.
you can't do that. That's considered cruel and unusual. They
Blowing up
eliminated
someone's
like.
vein. Blowing up
what's cruel and unusual?
someone's vein.
No, there was a device in the early 1900s that they executed someone with. It was called the Julian gallows. What it was is Dr. Julian was a physician that didn't want to. They didn't believe that the guilt of murdering someone on the executioner, an inmate, was too great. So what he would do is they'd take when they would hang someone, they'd put the rope around the guy's neck on the trapdoor gallows thing, and then they'd get the guy's weight and fill it with water, and the water slowly dripped down, and when it emptied out, the trapdoor would spring and hang you. Which is kind of really harsh, because that could take up to 3 or 4 minutes of just listening to the water drip. And as you can guess, it didn't last very long.
No, I'd imagine not. All right.
I think some state was considering bringing back the chair.
Frank, I heard you say that we should stop lethal injection.
Well, you see, I think we should find something else, because if we don't, or at least try to find a drug mixture that actually works.
All right.
Pharmacy companies really don't like selling stuff that kills people.
Yeah.
All right.
That is kind of bad business.
All right. My opinion on this, hear me out. I don't think we should have the death penalty because it's too expensive. It costs way more money to have people be on death row and then go through the execution than to just throw them in a cell forever.
Good point, actually. If it is more expensive than a life sentence, then why are we doing it?
Well, I mean, I guess you could make the argument of prison space, and our prisons are already overcrowded, but
I mean, they make an orbiting satellite prison colony
oh my God.
out and put all of the most heinous criminals, because what could possibly go wrong?
Wait.
I propose that our system isn't doing enough. I like to call it Arkham Space Station.
I don't know why, but Live and Learn just started playing in my head. I mean, I don't know why.
No,
Arkham Space Station.
this obvious botched execution shows that our system is broken, and all of our criminals should be sent to the new institution where they can get the rehabilitative setting they need, called Arkham Space.
Oh my God.
Because what could go wrong is going to be the motto.
I'd play it.
Oh, speaking of the
I'd
machine,
vote for it.
oh, speaking of the Weeb machine for the PS Vita, there is a game called I'm just on Amazon because I just bought Kirby. Akiba's Trip. Undead.
Oh, I'm getting
Undressed.
that. I'm straight up getting that.
Oh yeah, that's the one where you're wandering around Akiba and there's like vampires, and the way to kill them is to strip them to their underwear
And throw them in the sunlight.
because you gotta strip them to their underwear because otherwise there isn't enough sunlight striking their skin to kill them.
Sounds hilarious.
And it's not you don't only do that to the girls, you do it to guys too. So you just randomly jack someone, rip their clothes off, and throw them into the street.
That actually sounds pretty fun.
I saw that, but that's not something I'm gonna have to order that from Amazon. That's not something I should get from GameStop.
No, just buy it and say I'm Ryan. And I want to buy this game. And then
I didn't have any shame when I bought the special edition of Catherine.
You should not
want a bag for that? No, I don't want a bag for that. I liked that game. I want them to bring that to the Vita.
And you were good at it.
I'm really good because you stack the blocks. I don't understand. It's a puzzle block stacking game. I fucking loved it. It's like repetitive and meaningless, just like my bureaucratic file clerk job.
Oh,
stack the block. Stack the block.
Here's something that could be mentioned. There's a PlayStation Plus sale going on now, and one of the highlights that I noted was that Metal Gear HD Collection is on sale for like $9 on the Vita.
Yeah.
That's definitely worth it.
Yeah, I'm thinking of picking it up because the only Metal Gear game I've played is Revengeance.
Yeah, definitely pick it up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I will be doing that.
Yeah, start with 3.
Start with 3. Is that the first one in like chronological order?
Yes.
All right. I will start with that one then. Because I know that the chronology of Metal Gear is like totally fucked up.
Oh yeah, yeah. All right. Anything else?
Nah, I got nothing.
Uh,
All right, everyone. Thank you all for listening. Thank you, cats, for joining.
Of course, of
Have a
course.
good night.
Good night, everybody.